How to prepare for a job interview. The job interview is probably the most important step you will take in your job search journey. It's your best chance to show the hiring manager or recruitment company that you're the best person for their job. Knowing how to prepare for a job interview begins with the following. Number 1. Reviewing the job description. Number 2. Thoroughly researching the company. Number 3. Thinking about what you will wear. Number 4. Planning your journey to the interview. Number 5. Preparing for questions you will be asked. Number 6. Preparing your own questions for the employer. Number 7. Following up with the employer. First, read and review the job description. You've received a call for that dream job, so how do you prepare for the interview? The first step in the preparation process should be to go back and review the job description. Most job descriptions follow a similar pattern and are usually categorized by the following points: job title/department, duties and tasks, skills required. The job title and department will give you an understanding of the major purpose of the position and where the role fits into the organization, allowing you to discover who your potential line manager could be. Read and review the job description very thoroughly and be sure to align your competencies with the skills required for the job. You will consequently ready yourself for questions around your previous experiences, performing similar duties in other organizations. Second, research the company. Organizations look to hire people with similar values to those of the company culture. Researching the company before an interview will give you an insight into the organization's future goals and plans, and being able to discuss these points will make you seem like a long-term investment to your future employer. The following interview preparation tips will give you a guide as to which aspect of the company should be researched. Number 1. Company financials. Check the company website. Doing a Google search can also uncover the current state of the company. Have they gone through a merger? Or have they expanded recently? LinkedIn is also a good source of information. Number 2. Culture. Look at LinkedIn and Facebook or check Google reviews for comments by current or former employees. Number 3. Executive team. Look through the company website to research the company hierarchy and find out who the executives are. Number 4. Competitors. Find out who the company's main competitors are and look into the websites of organizations in the same industry. Third, what to wear to a job interview. If you're wondering how to dress for an interview, you're not alone. Wearing the right clothes to the interview won't get you the job, but wearing the wrong clothes will sink any chances of impressing the interviewer. There is one rule that stands above all: dress professionally. Wear business attire appropriate for the role, while still making sure you feel comfortable. Fourth, plan your journey to the job interview. When preparing for a job interview, one of the most important things to consider is how you are going to get there. A failure to plan is a plan to fail. If you are planning on driving to the interview, make sure you fill your car with fuel the night before. You don't want to be filling up on the way dressed in your suit. Make sure you arrive on time, or better yet, at least 15 minutes early. Ensure this by knowing the address and, if you can, have a trial run a couple of days before. The morning of the interview, check the traffic reports and have a backup route planned just in case. If you are traveling by train or bus, make sure you check the weather report the night before and keep an eye on the public transport websites for any delays. Look out for track works or traffic conditions that can potentially delay your train or bus trip. Go to bed early the night before and wake up early to give yourself plenty of time. Fifth, common interview questions. The most important part of preparing for an interview is practice. Knowing what job interview questions you might be asked is essential. That way, you can craft your answers well in advance and feel confident in your responses when the pressure is on. Tell me about yourself. This is often the first of many interview questions, designed to warm up the candidate. Many candidates choose to respond with an overview of their work and employment history. Whilst this is helpful, especially if a manager hasn't read your CV in detail, it's important you offer new information, such as what are your hobbies outside of work. It's also easy to fall into the trap of waffling. Other candidates prefer to focus on a key aspect of their career, building a story around it with performance highlights. It's important to ensure your answer is aligned with the job description and advertisement, to demonstrate how you can add value to the company and role at hand. What attracted you to our company? This is your opportunity to demonstrate that you've done your research. Prior to the interview, read up on everything you can about the company from their own website, social media channels and other news articles and forums. Identify what stands out about the company's mission and values, and how that resonates with your own desired career path and personal values. Tell me about your strengths. This should be the easiest question to prepare for. Identify 2 or 3 of your best attributes and give concrete examples of those strengths, articulating how they led to the professional success you achieved. Be sure to close the loop and articulate how they are relevant to the job you are interviewing for. What are your weaknesses? Take the time to craft an answer that isn't a cliché. Nothing makes a hiring manager cringe more than the answer, "I'm a perfectionist." This is your opportunity to demonstrate your own self-awareness and desire for personal development. Try to identify something that isn't critical to the role, and frame your answer in the positive. Where do you see yourself in 5 years? Your employer wants to see how driven and goal-oriented you are. They also want to check that your expectations are realistic. In your answer, demonstrate your awareness of industry trends and ability to be flexible. 6th. Questions to ask in an interview. Have you ever wondered what questions to ask at a job interview? In seeking a job, it's important to remember that an interview isn't just an opportunity for the employer to find out if you are a suitable candidate. The interview works both ways. Why come with a list of questions to ask in an interview? If you bring good interview questions for managers to the table, you'll find out quickly if the job is the right match for you. You'll also demonstrate to the hiring manager that you are interested and prepared, and find out some insights as to whether the manager has any niggling reservations about you. Here is a list of the top 7 interview questions to ask. 1. Can you walk me through a typical day in the life of this role? This question helps to get down to the nitty-gritty of the day-to-day role. Sometimes, the interviewing manager can dangle a lot of appealing carrots, but the actual reality of the role can be as humdrum as hay. This question will help you to discover how you will really be spending your time. 2. What will be my biggest challenge in this role? This question has the twofold benefit of demonstrating to your interviewing manager that you are keen to tackle challenges, and helping you to uncover what unique obstacles you may face. No role is perfect. It's important that you understand what the unique challenges of the role will be so that you can evaluate if they are challenges you feel motivated to overcome or not. 3. How will my success be measured in this role? What are the kinds of KPIs you have in place? This is one of the most popular questions to ask in an interview. It demonstrates that you are results-driven, which is a very appealing quality to a hiring manager. It may also help you understand if the business is one that is focused on growth and if you will be set up for success. 4. What have you enjoyed most about working here? This question gives you an opportunity to connect with your manager on a personal level, to understand his or her personal drivers and motivations. You may uncover something about his or her personal life that you can connect over, and you may also discover a little about the culture in the team and wider business. 5. Who do you think would be the ideal candidate for this role, and how do I measure up? Is there anything that you think is missing from my skill set/experience? This question helps you to understand if the hiring manager is concerned about any gaps in your experience or skill set. Listen carefully to the answer. You may have an opportunity to allay any concerns. Alternatively, if you do indeed have a skill or experience gap, it's an opportunity for you to convey your self-awareness and interest in training or development to bring you up to speed. 6. Why did the previous person leave this role? This is another good question to ask in an interview. It can help you understand if the person was promoted, which would indicate that the company encourages career development, or it may reveal if there are any cultural issues within the company that you may need to be concerned about. 7. What are the opportunities for growth within this role? What types of training and professional development programs can you offer? Asking this question demonstrates to your potential employer that you are career-oriented and keen to expand your knowledge and develop within the organization. Tips on asking questions in an interview. If appropriate, try to weave these questions in as the interview is progressing. It demonstrates to the interviewer that you're proactive and engaged in the process. Alternatively, wait until the end, but if the question has already been answered during the course of the interview, don't ask it. Don't ask a question that can easily be answered by researching the company website, or on Google. During an interview, it's easy to let nerves get in the way of you obtaining the outcome you want. If you come prepared with a list of good questions to ask in an interview, and tick them off as you go, you'll be well on your way to making the interview a success. 7th. How to follow up an interview. Congratulations! You made it through the initial interview process. In today's competitive job market, it's imperative you follow up your initial job interview with a thank you email to reiterate your interest in the role, and brush up on your second interview skills. If you think this video is helpful, please like this video and subscribe to my channel.